Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with a new War Robots video. I'm on the test server. We're testing out a bunch of different stuff today. I'm mainly just trying out the stuff that everybody's going to be interested in. Alright, there's a new map called Factory. We're still testing out the new machine gun weapons. Alright, the Quarker and the Nucleon. The Titan weapons, they're basically the Spark Scourge for the Titans. Alright, a new module called the Overdrive unit. Now this is pretty interesting. I'm not too happy with this because I think it's going to be a paid module. It's probably going to be 5,000 gold or who knows how much gold, but once you hit a certain level of health, I'm not really sure what level that is yet, but you'll get 25% more weapon damage. So your weapons will do 25% more damage once you lose so much health. Now it says if you stack them, I don't think you gain any extra damage, but your critical level of health grows. So I don't know, maybe at like 10%, 20%, and 30%, depending if you have 1, 2, or 3. This is just a complete guess. At some point, you know, when you stack them, at you'll hit the critical point sooner, so you have more weapon damage at more health. If you only have one, you're probably going to be at like 5 or 10% before you hit the 25%. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, alright, rebalance this on Blitz. I'm not familiar with Blitz. I'm not going to play him on this video. Alright, Ravena is being rebalanced, but unfortunately he's not actually on here. I can't pick Ravena to play, so I don't know why they didn't put him on here, which is really weird. AO Jun is being rebalanced. Alright, I definitely notice he's got less time in the air, and he has a much longer cooldown. A couple more seconds added to his cooldown. Phantom, his ability seems to last the same time, but they're adding additional 4-second cooldown to Phantom. The Avengers have been changed. I can't quite tell what's different. Alright, Avalanche has been changed. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Avalanche at all. The Thermite has been changed, and the Titan weapon SAR has been changed. I'm not familiar with those 3 weapons at all, so I'm not going to play them on this video. Alright, we're just going to go do some gameplay now. I'm not exactly sure how long they've taken off of the AO Jun, so maybe you guys at home, if you got a stopwatch available on your phone or something, I'll do a 3, 2, 1, go countdown, and maybe you guys can start and stop your stopwatch and figure out exactly how long he's staying in the air. But I do notice it's different because I go to retreat, and next thing you know, I'm landing. So I'm thinking they've taken 2 or 3 seconds off of his amount of time in the air. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the AO Jun. Alright, basically I got Avengers on pretty much everything except for the Phantoms. I do have the new weapons on this Phantom. So let's start off with this guy. Here's the brand new map. That's really cool. I get to start off on this map. But I'm going to go ahead and do 3, 2, 1 countdown. And I'm going to go up in the air right now. So you guys, somebody at home, get out your stopwatch, alright? And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So hopefully somebody is counting down. Alright, that there's a leech. I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot at it from up here. Alright, so does anybody know how long that lasted? You see we have like a 22 or a 23 second cooldown now instead of a 20-second cooldown. I'm pretty sure it was 20 before. Now if you actually go to the robot's information, it still says the same old times. They actually didn't change it. Now as far as the Avengers, I really can't tell what they've done here. Alright, now if you see like right up here, that must be my critical amount of health before that thing kicks in to give me the 25% more damage. Some robots I have 1, some robots I have 3, so I intentionally put different numbers of those modules on some of the other robots just to kind of try different things out to see, you know, how it works out. Alright, please don't do that. I guess that was a waste of my power cells, except for I'm not actually using my power cells. Now the good news is as long as they go through with the nerf the way they've got it right here, AO Jun still feels pretty decent. I don't necessarily like, alright, I don't necessarily like the shorter time in flight, but you know, a lot of people have been asking for this for a long time. As long as they don't overdo it with this nerf, I guess it'll be okay. Oh, I guess I'm able to shoot. Oh, I was going to say, I guess I'm able to shoot people even if I have stealth. Yeah, the Avengers, I can't really tell what the difference is. Alright, I really can't tell. Let's go up in the air. I think I just hit my 25% damage threshold. I'm pretty sure. Now I don't know if that's 25% once you max out the module or if that's 25% all the time. And I'm stuck up here. Alright, I'm dying because I got stuck. Alright, so let's bring in the Phantom. I'll bring in the one with the new weapons first. Now, if you guys want to time this, you can. I think he still has the 15 seconds of his ability, but he's definitely got another 4 seconds added on to his cooldown. I don't think Phantom should be nerfed yet because it really hasn't been out long enough. I mean, look how long these other robots go. All right, 14-second cooldown instead of 10. Well, look how long a lot of these. Okay, this guy's got 3 of these modules. So look up here. All right. At this point, this is when he starts getting his 25% more damage. That's over half health, so that's actually pretty big. You could get 3 of those modules. I mean, that's probably going to cost you 15,000 gold, plus I'm guessing it's going to be expensive upgrades. What is shooting me? There's someone back here or what? I don't know what was getting me there. So let's bring in the other Phantom. Alright, this guy has 2 modules, so you can see around, like, I don't know, 35, maybe 40% health is where he's going to get the 25% extra damage from the 2 modules I got installed on this. When they do kick in, I'm not noticing that much of a difference. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the ability on. I definitely like having the 600-meter weapons on the Phantom, though. I don't really like having even the 500-meter weapons. I like the 600s on this guy. Pulsar is pretty cool. Alright, I know I've played Pulsar Shredders before, but Pulsar is pretty sweet. Pulsar Spark is nice. I'm going to use my ability. Alright, I'm going to come back here and hide a little bit. Those Phantom, those Mings are nasty robots. I like the new map, except for everybody seems to stay up on the top. Nobody really seems to go down into the pits. Alright, you do got lava down on the floor over here, which is pretty cool. Maybe I'll go ahead and play a game with Blitz and see if we can figure out what the difference is. I assume Blitz is probably getting a buff. I don't know for sure, but I would assume he's getting buffed. I don't see why they would nerf something like Blitz because it's been out for a long time, but it doesn't actually say. So maybe some of you guys can tell at home. I've only played Blitz occasionally on the test server. All right. I'm not really familiar with him at all. Alright, let's bring in this Fenrir. Alright, so the Avenger, it still has the same 10-second reload time. It still runs out of ammo the exact same time as the Punishers. I'm guessing they maybe gave it a little bit less damage. I'm not 100% sure. Alright. I'm really not sure what they've done to the Avenger. It doesn't actually say. I can't find anything that says what the nerf was. I mean, I doubt it's a buff. It could be a buff. I'm not sure. I know Avengers seem to be a little bit stronger than the new weapon, okay? The Quarker, the Nucleon, and I can't remember what the medium version was called, but The Avengers seem to be stronger weapons, so I'm guessing they're gonna get nerfed. What is that? What's going on there? Is that a dead robot? I gotta go check this out. He's just kind of... How did that happen? He's just standing up on his own there. Alright, I'm gonna take the Finra out, and we're gonna add a blitz into the mix. At least if I can find the blitz. Alright, so I imagine blitz is gonna be up here somewhere, so let's go see if we can find the blitz. I hate having to set this up every week. I never add pilots or modules or anything to my robots because it just takes too darn long to set this up. I know some of those guys say it takes them about 45 minutes every test server to get on, alright, to get on here and change everything around. So now we got a blitz. Let's go ahead and change robots. Alright, move the hangar. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do, how many sparks? I got 2 sparks. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the 2 sparks. I'm gonna pull the sparks off of this guy. Where is he? Right here. Let's pull these off. Let's change this guy to all the new weapons. Usually the new weapons are in the store, but they're not. So unfortunately, alright, let me go find some shredders. See, it's a pain in the butt. See, this is why it's a pain in the butt. Alright, so let's go see if we can find shredders in here. Shredder Pulsar was a really nice build. I know I looked through here about 5 times to try and find that Ravana, but he's just not in here. I don't know if that's a mistake or if they decided they weren't ready for the testing or what. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these shredders on this guy. I bet this is a really, really good setup. I know I've played Pulsar Shredder before and really, really liked it. Alright, so we're going to go with 4 Scourges on the Blitz. And let's go into a battle. So we're all set up and ready to go, except for the Blitz doesn't have any of the new modules. Let's go ahead and add 3 of these modules to the Blitz. So I'm still going to get 25% extra weapon damage, but now I'm going to have it at like 60% health. So I don't know. Alright. I really wish they would say what they changed, because I have no idea what they changed on any of these things. Let's start off with the Blitz, okay? We're going to run over here and try and grab this beacon. Alright, we got the new map again, which is cool. Okay, Blitz feels slow. I thought he was much faster. I know he gains speed once you go into his ability, but I remember him being a lot faster than this. Now, people who are good with Blitz and have Blitz leveled up enough, this little guy is a little monster. He's a nightmare to deal with. I suck with him though, okay? I suck with Blitz. Every time I ever play him, I get annihilated before I even know what happened. Alright, I'm just not good with this robot. Alright, so I'm going to come up here and just... Alright, so I got a 14 or 15 second cooldown. How long is it normally? I'm not sure. Alright, somebody just hit me really, really hard. I should have changed my other module. I don't really... Alright, I got to use my shield. Oh, that's lava. I don't want to run in there. My shield's dead already. That's the thing I noticed. They kill the shield on this guy so fast. Alright, I'm dead. Personally, I have no idea what they did to him. No idea. Is the change good? Is the change bad? I don't know. I still suck really bad with the Blitz, okay? But we're definitely going to have to start playing AO Jun differently. Alright, because that couple seconds I believe they've taken off is definitely a change. I think he's still going to be a good robot. We're just going to have to change our playing style a little bit for this guy. I'm thinking I might end up going with my Vipers instead of my... I feel like I might need to switch over to my Vipers instead of my Redeemers. If that's the case, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with my Redeemers. I mean, I got 3 of them. Alright, I was just ready to land, and I started coming down at the same time I would normally start retreating, so it's definitely throwing off my timing. Alright, you're going to have to learn the new timing. Most of us who play this guy, we don't even have to look at one of the abilities about the end. We just kind of know when to start backing off to land where we want, and it's definitely different. Definitely different. Alright, so let's try and fly over here. I know I'm almost out of ammo. So I've got to fly over, and then I've got to leave really quickly to land where I want, so you definitely got a lot less time to get over to where you're going and then retreat. So basically you can just move and retreat really quickly. That's pretty much how we're going to have to handle this from now on, I think. Alright. There's somebody over here. Over this way and zap this guy. Alright, so now he's about to get a damage boost as soon as he goes out of phase shift or whatever it is. He went up in the air. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and land here, and I'm going to phase shift. I'm going to try and keep from getting killed. Now, phase shift's definitely going to be a little bit bigger help. Alright, the AO Jun's going to be easier to get away from now. He's going to be a lot easier to get away from when he comes at you because his ability doesn't last as long. In a way, I mean, I guess I can see, I always say AO Jun's been really balanced and stuff, and I truly believe he's a very balanced robot. I don't really think taking, you know, just like 2 seconds or something off of his flight time is really going to be a bad thing. Alright? I don't mind when they nerf something as long as they don't make it terrible. As long as it's, you know, AO Jun's gonna go from like really, really good to still a pretty good robot, okay? He's definitely not gonna be anywhere near as good as he was, but I don't think he's gonna be bad after that. Alright, we don't want the robots to be bad, but we don't want the robots to be overpowered either. Personally, I never felt that this guy was overpowered, but a lot of people did. Alright? I think it's not that this, in my opinion, it's not that this robot was ever overpowered, it's that a lot of the robots in this game are underpowered. I think that's the real problem there. They've underpowered the robots. A lot of robots don't have as many hit points as they should, and they die way too fast. What is this leech doing? I just one fast leech. This is a cool setup here. Hey, get back here. Get back here. Stop that. Come here. Gotcha. Alright. And he went into leech mode. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this thing and let's try and take him out. I think Shredder Pulsar is a sweet setup. Alright. This might be better than Spark Scourge. I don't know. Go ahead and use my healing module, and that's the end of this battle. So anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. You guys got a pretty good idea of how everything works. You guys got to see the new map and all that stuff, so yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with anything they've done here. For once, usually when they nerf stuff or start changing stuff, I get all bent out of shape and I'm like, oh, this sucks, it sucks, I hope they don't do this, but I don't want them to do this, alright? I don't want the Phantom to be nerfed. I don't want the AO Jun to be nerfed, but alright, as long as they like do what they've done here, I don't have any huge complaints, okay? I didn't do much damage, did I? I don't have any giant complaints of this time. Personally, I don't like it, but all these robots are still playable in my opinion. Now, like the Spectre, what they did to the Spectre, man, he went from being the king to, he's pretty subpar. He's pretty subpar. Like, he's barely playable at the moment. I mean, seriously, he's barely playable. That's my opinion. Maybe if you maxed him out and put some like heavy armor kits on him and maxed him out, I don't know, maybe he'd be a little better, but like Spectre went from being amazing to just jump in, maybe get 1 or 2 kills, and then you're dead instantly. He's definitely a kamikaze robot, which kind of sucks. They need to do something with Spectre. There's a lot of robots in this game. They need to buff. All right, like I said, I think one of the problem isn't necessarily that a lot of these robots are overpowered. I think a lot of the robots in this game are underpowered and need buffed. At least like give them more hit points, you know? Leo needs a speed boost. He needs a buff on his speed. He's way too slow. All right, I mean, even like Griffin needs more hit points. There's a lot of robots in this game. If they would just, you know, increase the speed, increase the hit points, they would be pretty good. Like there's Natasha needs more hit points, you know what I mean? Or maybe like, I don't know, he needs something. A lot of these robots you just can't play very well in Champion League anymore, and I think every robot in the game should be able to at least hold its own in Champion. I mean, every robot in the game should be, I mean, I can understand like maybe like Cossack, maybe there's a few starter robots that can't hold their own, but I think the Leo, all right, the Fusion needs an upgrade, the Leo needs an upgrade, Griffin needs an upgrade. Some of the nicer starter robots like those should get some sort of upgrade to make them a little better. All right, I truly think like AO Jun was never overpowered. It's just a lot of the other stuff is underpowered, and that's where he comes in as a problem, is when a really nice robot is fighting underpowered robots. All right, some of these robots are just too darn easy to kill. All right, I know a lot of people get mad when I say AO Jun is a very balanced robot, but he is. He's very, very balanced. The problem is the other robots are not. A lot of the other robots in this game are subpar. You know what? Let's go check something out real quick. Change robot. Let's go into the store. Cossack, subpar. Schultz, I don't know. I haven't played that in a really, really long time. That guy is subpar. The Golem is subpar. Bolt, I think that little guy sucks. Gareth is really awesome, but once you get to the higher leagues, subpar. Jesse, in my opinion, he sucks. Stalker completely sucks. Stalker was a badass robot back in his day. G.I. Patton, that's a good beginner robot, I guess, but once you move up a little bit, he sucks. This guy, awesome robot, but he needs some sort of buff. If this guy was buffed, that would be amazing. I'm not familiar with Boa. Alright, Galahad. Awesome robot, needs a buff. Doc, he completely sucks. Natasha needs a buff. Leo needs a buff. Fury, I think he could probably use a little bit of a buff. Not much, but a little bit. Lancelot, I think Lancelot's pretty good as he is. I would actually like to see him have a built-in Ancile shield. That would be sweet. Butch, in my opinion, he sucks. Griffin needs a buff. Carnage needs a buff. Fujin, buff. Ragin, he could use a little something, maybe a speed boost, I don't know. Rhino definitely needs a buff. Alright, so most of these robots need a buff, and then there's all these ones in here. Let's go look at some of the other robots. I don't know why they set the turf. Leech, he needs a nerf. He's way too powerful. AO Quinn needs a buff. Dong, I'm not really sure. He's a pretty cool robot. I think he might need a little bit of a buff. He's a little too easy to kill when he's on the ground. Inquisitor definitely needs a buff. Spectre needs a buff. Mercury, I think Mercury is really good the way he is. If you get good at playing Mercury, he just destroys people. He's a nasty little monster if you can play him. I suck with him. Like, there was a while where I was playing him for every weekend on the test server, and I was starting to get really good with him. Fenrir, I guess he's good. Tyr's probably good. Loki's good. Ares, he's good. Nemesis needs a buff. Hades, he's good. Behemoth, I think he needs a hit point buff. He's too easy to kill. Iachi and the Bolg, I'm not really sure. I think both of them are. I haven't played him enough. Strider, he's good at what he does. I think he could use a little more hit points. Hellburner, he's good how he is. I think Bulwark could use a buff. Falcon's good. Invader's good. I think Wayland's good. Kumaho needs a buff. Pursuer, I think that's okay for what it is. Hover could use a buff. Mender's good. Riker could probably use a buff. A little bit of a buff, maybe. Alright, this is all my opinion. That's all 100% opinion, but alright, that's probably all the robots in the game, and I think a lot of those need something changed. Alright. The only thing I think is truly overpowered right now is the Leech. Alright, once he's got that damage reduction turned on, you can't stop it. The nice thing is when that 10 seconds wears off, alright, Leech is easy to kill, but everybody's got the phase shift and they got this and this, so you can't hurt them. It's just like, it's got too many ways to escape once its ability wears off. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.